Good morning and welcome to Change Pace Poetry number 18. I'm Leland Jamieson. This morning I'm going to read 3 short poems that tell little stories. 2 of them are about people and utilize extended metaphors to develop the point. 1 is about a thought, if you can tell a story about a thought, and I think you can. These fall into the category of short rhyming poems. I've lost my stopwatch, so I'm afraid to ad-lib too much because time will run out, but I want to show you the new cover of my 2nd edition of 21st Century Bread. The sole reason for a new cover is to appear with a different publisher whose costs were lower and therefore enable me to lower my cost to those who want to buy it. You can see more about the cover if you check my website. But let's go to the poems. The first is called Potter, and potter is a metaphor for the basic point of this poem. But again, it tells a story about real people and real situations. This is written for my wife. It's called simply Potter. Escaping the glaring sun, the heat's ennui, his soulmate, 43 years plus, and he explore the shed to replace mugs they'd lost. Nearby, 2 droning, throbbing fans exhaust the shed-bound, moist and fragrant, earthy smell of drying work 5 potters soon will sell. They each move slowly, carefully appraise a little vase that shines in a slate-gray glaze. Nasturtium nosegays would look nice in this, she says. He now recalls how she finds bliss in hardy, gentle flowers she reseeds each spring in barren clay and gladly weeds. She steps behind a potter at her wheel who trims a bowl and adds more eye appeal. He sees within his soulmate's eager eyes a thirsting ardor she would minimize. It's clear they shop not for a mug or vase, but with a purer need she must embrace. She has a yen to shape soft silicate, extract from it what may authenticate her gift for comely strong design. That stole she wears, which births and clothes her maker's soul, gives thanks for every free-form gift of mud, and consummates her clay self's trial by blood. This next poem is more about an idea than about people. It's called Force Fields Elevate the Feeling, and it is taken from a quotation from Horace Bushnell, who lived in the 19th century. His quote is, "Life is always insipid to those who have no great work in hand to elevate the feeling." Note that feeling is in the singular. It's not emotional feelings. It's rather life force, vitality. So here's the poem, Force Fields Elevate the Feeling. And it has a constituting metaphor. These iron filings, strewing paper plate, show horseshoe magnets can intoxicate by means of force fields we can't see or touch. Make dance what otherwise just isn't much. So by what force fields can we shift to drive, get rolling toward what each most needs to thrive? by indirection new direction find, and lift tired bodies free of the wearing grind. A horseshoe magnet's but a bar that's bent. Opposing valences can both present, unseen, their force field's ambiguity. Adverse, yet pattern tugs of high esprit. We humans are like filings, or drawn wires that wrap round armatures, without desires, until negatives and positives we face, in God in us, the strength of their embrace. Now, the next poem does not utilize so much a constituting metaphor, but it is in rhyming couplets, and which is to say each second line repeats the rhyme in the first, or sounds the rhyme, doesn't repeat it. This is called Asphalt Traveler. It's in memory of L.S.J. A young familiar fell in stride within an airport concourse I'd not walked, not ever seen before. He spoke. I felt a warm rapport, a gift for which I'd no account, and as we talked, it seemed to mount. A banquet table set for 8. We'd no desire to circulate, so took 2 chairs. He chose my left. He said, his words and tone quite deft, "Do tell me all about your work, and fully, nothing wholly shirk." So warm an interest is most rare, and freed my limbic mind from care. But waking brought that to an end. I worried lest my closest friend, who else could have concern so pastoral, was on his last flight out in astral. I called. It was not he, thank heaven, but who then, visited, brought leaven and warmth to this old lump of dough? Whose heart and mind in talk's free flow could make me feel so boundless, glad? I know, he was my died young dad. So that's the 3 poems for today. Again, if you'd like to know more about what caused me to change the cover and reduce the price, check out my website and go to the page marked About the Cover. And you'll find the website here, jamiesonspoetry.com. If you're interested in the Anunnaki who flew the first UFOs on planet Earth, you'll find an Anunnaki rock page there also. If you'd like to teach yourself how to rhyme formal verse, you may check out the page called You Rhyme It. It's a free tutorial, and I'll let you read the rest because I'm concerned about running out of time. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day.